For 288 years, devotees have been visiting the shrine of Our Lady here in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu, Philippines. Perhaps many may be wondering how that for centuries this shrine has remained a foundation of the faith of the Oponganons.
Join us as we look back to the sacred stories where hallowed halls echo with centuries of devotion and in unveiling the history of the venerable shrine of the Nuestra Señora de Regla Parish National Shrine.
The origin of the devotion to the Virgen de la Regla can be traced back to Saint Augustine, a great saint who hand-carved the first image of Virgen de la Regla. Saint Augustine wrote his Reglas for common Christian life for lay people. It was only later that this community of lay people gradually developed into becoming a monastic community, which at the present day commonly called Order of Saint Augustine.
The first image of Virgen de la Regla was a painting that was brought to Opon by Fray Francisco Avalia, an Augustinian friar from Spain, when he was installed as the first parish priest in 1735. The painting was originally from the monastery of Nuestra Señora de la Regla in Chipiona, Cadiz, Andalusia, Spain, where Fray Avalia lived and received religious education for 10 years. In Opon, he made use of the painting to introduce to the islanders the devotion to the Virgen de la Regla. This lovely painting of the Virgin, which was retouched in 1873, has survived the passage of time and is currently displayed for veneration at the Hagkanan, a special room set apart for the Virgin at the back of the Opon Church, above the sacristy.
The original statue that is encased in glass and can be viewed by the faithful inside the Hagkanan is the first copy of a lovely painting. The finely chiseled statue was carved sometime in 1735 as ordered by Cruz Lauron, a prominent native of the island. He had the statue carved to thank the Virgin for curing him from a terminal affliction. Both the painting and the statue of the Virgin we see in the Hagkanan are already 288 years at the time of this writing.
Opon was elevated to parish status in 1735. It was also in that year that the church building was created. The Augustinian fathers governed the parish since its founding until 1898, except for 3 intervening years when the Jesuit fathers took over, from 1739 up to 1742.
From 1898 to 1906, the parish was under the administration of the Filipino diocesan priest named Father Vicente Roa.
In 1906, the administration was passed on to the Redemptorist Fathers, who were credited for the founding of St. Alphonsus Catholic School. The Redemptorist Fathers stayed in the parish up until 1929. From 1929 up to the present, the parish was under the administration of the Missionaries of the Sacred Heart, or MSC. The first MSC priest of the Nuestra Señora de Regla parish was Father Johannes Johnson, a Dutch father.
In 1954, the patroness of Opon was put in a limelight. The year was declared as International Marian Year in commemoration of the 100 years anniversary of the declaration of the dogma of the Immaculate Conception on December 8, 1954.
The Archdiocese of Cebu held its first Archdiocesan Marian Congress in that same year. At the conclusion of the Congress on November 27, 1954, the Virgen de la Regla was canonically crowned by the late Julio Cardinal Rosales in the presence of an estimated 300,000 people at Lahog Airport Ground. The crowns for the Virgin and for the Child Jesus used in the canonical coronation were earlier blessed by His Holiness Pope Pius XII in Rome. the Virgen de la Regla parish was designated as an official pilgrimage place for the Archdiocese of Cebu. And that year, the Church of Opon became the single most visited place in the whole Visayas.
Today, the Virgen de la Regla stands as a symbol and pride of the island. Every day, hundreds of pilgrims from different parts of the country come to Opon to offer candles, flowers, and letters to thank the Virgin for favors received. Some come to kiss or simply touch the Virgin and pray for her intercession. There are also people who donate clothes, jewelries, and perfumes for the Virgin. With the multitude of people who attend the celebration of the Virgin's Fiesta, which happens every 21st of November, is a revelation of her countless devotees, because she is their unfailing mother and their hope.
The Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines have deemed it proper and timely that the Nuestra Señora Virgen de la Regla Church, Lapu-Lapu City, be approved and elevated from an archdiocesan shrine to a national shrine through its 273 years history, January 26, 2007. His Eminence, Ricardo Cardinal Vidal, Archbishop of Cebu, proclaimed the Nuestra Señora Virgen de la Regla Church, Lapu-Lapu City, Mactan Island, Cebu, Philippines, a national shrine on May 24, 2007. And since then, the parish remains a stronghold of the faithful, a common place of worship, and an integral part of the history of Opon. We stand in awe of its spiritual legacy and its resilience that is woven into its walls.
From its humble beginnings to becoming a beacon of faith,
This shrine has witnessed centuries of devotion and pilgrimage reaching out to different parts of the world.
may our devotion and faith continue to resonate, and sacred stories and echoes of devotion of Nuestra Señora de Regla Parish National Shrine endure for generations to come.
¡Viva Virgen de Regla!